Talk365 TV's Talking Movies, now with Holly Love and Todd Summers. And welcome back to Talk365 TV. I'm Tripp, that's Holly, and Deseret News this morning just happened to have something totally germane to what we're going to talk about, which is Hallmark movies. As it turns out, Hallmark kicks butt and takes names. Because it has become synonymous with holiday movies. And a lot of them film here. And I've gone out for a couple roles. I haven't gotten one in a Hallmark movie. But it is just kind of synonymous with things that...
Well, we have the snow, we have the classic looking homes, we're an hour flight from LA, we're very welcoming with our film commission for production companies and outsourcing. So there's a lot of film that happens here.
And a lot of the same people, the article I read this morning, a lot of the same people do it. However, there are families. Vita works with a gentleman who works at the office, and they get together and they show the worst Christmas movies, and that's a family tradition for them.
Ooh,
which
that's
is pretty
a good family tradition.
Yeah, so they pick out the worst movies.
On like Hallmark and Netflix. So there's so many between all of the above, right?
Oh, by the way, the greatest new movie on Netflix is the Eddie Murphy movie. It is fantastic. Where he plays the comedian. It is so good.
Not a holiday movie.
No, not a holiday movie, but I just had to get
just in time for the holidays.
Just in time for...
To distract you from political conversations at the dinner table, maybe.
But what's happening is Netflix and Hulu and Disney are all doubling down. Well, not Hulu as much. They're doubling down on Christmas movies.
Yeah. I love the holiday movie challenge. I think you should totally do that. I think that's phenomenal. Do you have one Christmas movie that says, tradition for you?
We watched one the other night. It is the best holiday movie ever.
Okay.
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
The Rookie. Okay, it's a baseball movie set in April, set in Texas.
Not a holiday movie.
Dennis Quaid, this thing is, along with Dolphin Tales, might be my favorite movie.
You are joking me with Dolphin Tales. I bawled my eyes out.
I love Dolphin Tales.
Stop it.
If you want family movies, Dolphin Tales skews a little bit more towards younger girls, but The Rookie, Dennis Quaid, with the the kid from 2.5 Men, it is fantastic.
Okay, coming up next, we had a chance to sit down with Mr. Todd Summers and talk movies. We're going to tell you what to watch in theaters, watch again, and of course, during the holidays, what you should be binge watching or watch partying with your family and friends. And then after, in our next segment, we're going to talk Ford versus Ferrari with this guy who considers himself an expert for good reason. So here we go. Talking movies coming at you right here, right now. Check it out. Hey everybody, welcome to our Talking Movies. Now this is the TV segment where Todd and I tell you all about what to
watch now in theaters, what to watch again, and what to have a watch party, right?
Watch party.
Like binging. If you're going to watch a whole bunch of movies or episodes in a row, we're going to tell you what to do.
And why do you want to listen to us? Because we're qualified.
We are qualified because we love movies. We've been in movies. I've won 3 Oscars.
Awards that were prestigious.
Yes.
I mean, they might have came from the LA gift shop, but I meant every one of them. You are a great dad.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Should we start in?
Let's go for it.
Okay, here we go, because this is really fun. This is the holiday season, people. This is when movies get good again, right?
Finally.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Me too.
So watching in theaters coming up, I am going to recommend Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes.
So this is Matt Damon, who is playing Carroll Shelby. This is a historically based movie. But basically, Ford was trying to buy Ferrari. The deal went sour. There was something about he thought he was getting the actual racing division, and it wasn't included, and I don't know. Basically, they became feuding enemies. Yeah. Tell me your memories as far as Ford and Ferrari and cars growing up in a really cool era.
Yeah, I just remember that Ferrari was winning everything. And the Americans had nothing to match it. And so when this deal went sour, Ford said, whatever it takes, I want to build a car that can go over there to Europe and beat, especially Ferrari, specifically.
Yeah.
So they came up with, he went and got Carroll Shelby, who was this fantastic designer. They built this great car, and this driver is Ken Miles, which is a famous British racer back in the day, and they accomplished their goal.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, it's sort of coming full circle because Formula One was recently purchased by an American marketing company, Liberty Media. And I think that was in like 2016, 2017. Apparently Formula One's was down, and so they got it for a steal at like $4 billion or something
Only $4
like
billion.
that. But it should have been worth more.
Yeah.
And the goal, I guess they've tried to always get America more excited about it, but because it runs over, of course, in like Europe,
Yeah.
it's hard to go to the bar and have a big party at 5 a.m. for
Right.
like it's not like the Super Bowl, but they really want it to be because they want
Yeah.
those American dollars to support it.
Right.
So obviously they're really working to try to get us interested, and I think the timing of this movie might just be one of the ways to
Probably, yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if somewhere in there's a sponsor for this one, because
Yeah.
it's a great cast. It looks really fun. So anywho, that is my watch in theaters. Todd, what is your watch in theaters?
I'm excited to see a movie called Motherless Brooklyn. And that's with, comes out on November 1st, with Ed Norton. Alec Baldwin is in it. And the thing I like about Alec Baldwin is, you know, when he first burst on the scene in Hollywood, he was this handsome man.
Beautiful.
Just a great,
Yeah.
great looking man. And he's still good looking.
Oh, very.
But
absolutely.
he's turned into this great comedic performance that we saw on 30 Rock
I love
and
him
some
in
of his
that.
other films.
Yes.
But he develops great characters.
He does, like almost a character actor that's a leading man.
Right, exactly.
Right,
That's-
yeah.
write that down.
Okay, I would.
That was
By
good.
Holly, timestamp and
Yeah.
trademarks.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so that's what we recommend for you guys to watch in theaters. Now, we are all about watching again. Now, this is basically all of your streaming places that you can find movies. We are going to tell you a couple that we think you should watch. And you know what? The holiday season, both between the bad weather and the family times, provide ample opportunities to watch stuff again.
Yeah.
Find a good
You
film.
get cozy, you turn on the fireplace,
Yeah.
maybe a candle or two.
Absolutely.
You get some good snacks, maybe soup.
Soup is always nice this time of
And
year,
you- and
right? We
you-
love soup.
You get your favorite blanket and you watch a movie.
Mine is a movie called About Time. It's not that old. I think it came out in like 2013 from the makers of Notting Hill and Love Actually, another two movies that we'll
Yes.
talk about another time that
Great movies.
I love everything about these films. I love the way they approach the story. You always cry.
Yeah.
It's just so good. So this one is about time travel, and the main character gets to basically have the opportunity to do things again. And he learns this on his like 18th birthday, that it's something that just the men in his family are able to do. Rachel McAdams is in this film. Margot Robbie is
Yeah.
sort of like almost like early Margot Robbie-ish.
Right, yeah.
I mean, she wasn't Margot Robbie yet,
Right.
but
More of a supporting role. In it, yeah.
and so pretty. And it's an incredible movie, makes you cry. Absolutely love it. Dive in. It's on all of the platforms, including Netflix.
Good. I like that one. Here's mine. And this came to me as a suggestion from my son Jack.
Oh.
He said, Dad, I've never seen the original Terminator from 1984, the one that kicked it all off with Arnold and Michael Biehn, Linda Hamilton, directed by James Cameron. So we watched it, and I just forgot how cool that movie is. It's where we get the famous line, I'll be back, you know, where Arnold cuts out his eye and all this stuff. It's great. So I recommend that.
Okay.
It still kind of holds up a little bit. Some of the special effects aren't as great.
Yeah.
You know, obviously. But
Compared to now.
But compared to now.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's a fun movie and great action. Arnold is looking great. So
In his prime.
in this prime, I recommend it.
I just saw like a flash on my phone because
Right.
we've been looking at movies, obviously, of like the latest one coming out. So you're saying skip the one in theaters, watch the original at home for the most part, right?
I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go with that.
Sometimes
But,
that's a
you
good
know,
idea across the board, right?
Yeah, Arnold is in this one, like, the new one again.
Oh,
Linda Hamilton is in it also.
interesting. So
So
that
we'll
if you're
see.
a diehard fan,
Yeah.
you might like it. Well, I honestly don't think I've ever seen the original Terminator.
Oh,
so that's a good.
Holly, yeah,
I
watch
know.
it. Yeah, it's
I'm,
worth
I'm
it.
on it. I'm on it. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. This is watch party time, and this is when you get with your friends, your family, or binge out on your own on a series or a series of films where you just watch them all back to back to back to back. In honor of Ford versus Ferrari, of course, I am going to recommend that you watch Party. Mr. Jerry Seinfeld, the lover of cars
yeah.
himself,
Yes.
and comedians in cars getting coffee. Now,
Yeah.
this is a series that I don't think you have to be in it to have it make your heart happy because he loves cars so much, he loves coffee so much, and he loves comedy. It is such a fun ride. You'll let me
Absolutely.
play that little pun out, because it is really just a fun, it's a joy ride.
The thing I like about watching it is he takes the personality of his guest and tries to fit a car with it.
Yep.
So you get a different car every week. So
it's so fun.
Yeah,
and
it's
what
well
I
done.
didn't know about it when we were looking into it, you said the same thing I did. Like, where did it start? I was like, was it on HBO? Like, who gave it its start? No, Jerry Seinfeld, being the brilliant guy that he is, went to like social media leaders, obviously Facebook and some of those platforms early on when he was starting this idea. He said, I want to do this. Support me. Let's do this. And they all said, oh no, it's not going to fly. It's more than 5 minutes. So even those people didn't see where we were going to go with online, and how it was going to become, oh no, we don't even watch TV anymore for the most part.
Right.
We watch TV online. Ultimately, he got his big break through Sony and Crackle. I say big break with a smile because obviously they just saw. So he was on like Roku and Apple TVs and all of that whole outlet. And now he's found a home at Netflix, which makes no surprise. So I think he's done 2 seasons now with Netflix. But I actually like that he didn't get a coffee sponsor, because now wherever he goes, you get the cool local joint.
Right. He's not relegated to just go to Starbucks.
Yes, which makes it almost like with the cars. It's almost like between the car and the coffee shop and then the guest, it's a really good time. So I highly recommend that one, especially right now when you just, you need feel-good stuff and a warm cup of coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, for my watch party, is Entourage.
Ooh.
Entourage is a story about a young kid from New York that gets discovered, moves to LA and starts making movies, and he's like the top dog. And he takes his buddies with him. It's loosely based on Mark Wahlberg and his
That's
life.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Isn't that true for the most part? Yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg is actually one of the executive producers of it. And I think it's like 7 seasons long, and then at the end of it, they did the film.
Okay, well, I love it. We are going to be doing a holiday talking movies coming up here in a bit, because that is upon us, and we will be solely devoted to Elf and all the movies that I love and watch during the holidays. I have to put a limit on myself. I don't allow myself to watch it until it has to be December.
Yeah.
Because everyone will kill me, because it's Elf all the time. In my head, it is 24/7. I just edit it down.
Yeah.
That and Friends. But anywho, so that'll be happening. But in the meantime, hope you enjoy these features. Let's do one more time. So we recommend for you to watch in theaters.
Motherless Brooklyn is mine.
And mine was Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah. My watch again is Terminator from 1984, the original.
And my watch again is About Time. And then watch party.
Watch party, I'm going to go with the Entourage series.
And my watch party is comedians in cars getting coffee with Mr. Jerry Seinfeld. Well, Todd, as always, thank you so much. I appreciate it. High five.
Yeah.
Stick around for more Talk 365 TV coming at you right after this.